We have an administration fee of 20,
Okay.
and there is normally a joining fee of £100, but joining today you'd only pay 20.
Right, okay.
So you'd only need to pay the £20 joining fee and the £59.50 for the monthly subscription.
Now, what you saw there is Nikki closing me off in a number of areas. The key thing is to try and utilise their wants and needs, confirming those as you go along, so they link into and justify the prices you're asking. By breaking things down into stages, you'll find things so much easier. Stages 3 and 4 are probably the key ones. This is where you are confirming the price for the membership. First and foremost, you need to close off the joining fee before you move on to the monthly or annual amount. Don't try and cover them together, because if they raise an objection, you will struggle to understand whether it's the joining fee, the admin fee, or the monthly or annual subscription that's the problem. So when you present your joining fee, close it off. How does that sound to you? Does that make sense? Are you happy with this? And then you can move on comfortably to your monthly or annual subscription. The key here again is that you're writing this down on the price presentation sheet. It's much more personal. It actually keeps them focused on what you're doing and allows you to control the stages. Now, remember, stage 5 out of all of them is absolutely crucial. If you don't ask them to join, you're just having a meaningless conversation, really. A friend of mine used to say, it's like playing golf without putting. There's a couple of things I can teach you, though, that actually help you through this process, and one of them relates to where you are going through the monthly or annual subscription. What you need to remember here is you're not actually giving them and asking them questions to gain a decision. You should know via the needs analysis and the tour exactly what membership option is correct for them. If they only want to come after work, then plausibly it's a peak membership or whichever category you've got that fits that. If they only want to come in the day, that may be another category. The key here is to keep control and just get them confirming or affirming what they want. Now, let's look at a couple of key things that can help you. First thing, you need to ask them to join. Doesn't matter how you do it, but if you don't ask them to join, you're just having a conversation.
Would you like to join us?
One of the main things to remember during the price presentation is that you're actually putting forward a membership option that is ideal for them based on what they've told you on the needs analysis or on the tour. And also that going all the way back, we've acknowledged that people don't just buy on price or on product or on facility. So if you can provide the weight loss they need, the interaction or social environment they need, then the price is a secondary thing. Yes, some people are limited by price, but how many times have you gone out to buy something and ended up spending more because you wanted it? Now, if you do get somebody coming back saying it's probably a little bit more than they expected when you're presenting the monthly or annual subscriptions, let me tell you a technique that will work really, really well. It's called selling the difference. Because if you present your prices and say it's £56 a month, and you see the look in their eye that says, then they may say to you, actually, I was looking at around sort of £45 a month. That was my budget. So actually, all you now need to do, because they've agreed that 45 is acceptable and they were happy to pay that, so actually you have to now sell the difference between the 56 and the 45, which, if my memory is still strong, is £11, which weekly is probably no more than about £2.60. Now, stage 5, as I've already said, which is the closing part, where you're actually asking for money, it's the hardest part of the process. But it's the one part you must do without fail. The truth is, you could probably mess up the whole thing. But if you still ask them to join, they may. If you don't ask them, they probably won't. Now, there are a number of techniques and ways you can ask people to join. If you're not comfortable or confident at closing, don't worry. The more you practice, the better you'll get. Now, there is a technique which is called bridging the close, where basically you just sort of sit back, relax, and you reconfirm and repeat to them every stage you've got through. What you will find when you use the bridge to close is they'll actually start to agree with you and affirm everything you're saying. Because actually all you're doing is repeating what they've told you 5 minutes before. You confirm their wants, their needs, their aims. You confirm the membership type. You confirm the time they're going to come into the club. You can confirm the joining fee. You can confirm the membership type and the price. And all this time they are psychologically agreeing with you and nodding, hopefully. And actually, strange, try this yourself. You keep nodding and communicating with somebody and then you get to where you want to say no. It's actually quite difficult. Now, you're not going to force somebody who doesn't want to join. That ain't going to happen. But you'll make it easier for yourself and hopefully for them to say yes. Now, it may seem silly and hard, but it's like anything else. The more you practice this, the better you will get. And trust me, the great salespeople out there are practicing.